What if everything you thought about stress was wrong? You've been told to avoid it, to reduce it at all costs. But what if that's the worst thing you could do? The truth is, stress isn't your enemy. In fact, it could be the key to living a longer, healthier life. The problem isn't stress itself, it's how you're dealing with it. And the scariest part? The way you think about stress might actually be making it more dangerous. But here's the good news. Once you understand the truth, you can turn stress from something that harms you into something that makes you stronger. Ready to find out how? Most people see stress as a villain, but research shows that it can actually be beneficial when handled correctly. Short bursts of stress can improve brain function by stimulating the release of neurotrophic factors that support brain growth and memory. These neurotrophic factors encourage the growth of new neurons, improving cognitive function, focus, and the ability to learn. This is one of the reasons that mild stress can actually help boost productivity and focus. It can also enhance resilience. People who experience manageable levels of stress develop a stronger ability to handle future challenges. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding tough situations. It's the ability to adapt and grow stronger in response to them. Stress helps build that strength. Stress also enhances motivation. The right amount of stress can push you to perform better, whether in your career, fitness, or personal goals. A tight deadline, a tough challenge, or a looming test might seem like a bad thing, but these stressors can drive you to focus, strategize, and perform at your best. Imagine going to the gym without any pressure to push yourself harder. You probably wouldn't progress. Similarly, a certain level of stress in your daily life is necessary to make progress in any area. Stress can also strengthen your immune system. Brief stress exposure can actually help your body build resistance to illnesses. Think of it like a vaccine. Small, controlled doses of stress help prepare your body to respond better to future challenges. Think about it this way. When you go to the gym, you put your muscles under stress by lifting weights. This stress causes tiny tears in the muscle fibers, and during recovery, your body repairs them, making you stronger. The same principle applies to mental and emotional stress. The key difference between harmful and helpful stress lies in how you interpret and respond to it. If you see stress as a force that helps you rise to challenges instead of something that's destroying you, it can actually work in your favor. But if you view stress as an enemy that needs to be avoided at all costs, you might be missing out on the positive aspects it has to offer. When you experience stress, your body enters a heightened state of alert. The brain signals the release of cortisol and adrenaline, increasing heart rate and sharpening focus. In the short term, this response helps you stay alert and handle challenges effectively, which is why you feel energized in tough situations. However, chronic stress breaks your body down. Prolonged exposure to cortisol weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, and increases heart disease risk. Chronic stress leads to inflammation, worsening conditions like asthma, diabetes, and arthritis. It also affects the brain. Stress shrinks the prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and emotional regulation, while strengthening the amygdala, responsible for fear and anxiety. This imbalance makes it harder to manage emotions, make decisions, and handle stress in the future. Think of a smoke alarm. If it blares only during a fire, it's useful, but if it's constantly going off, it's a problem. That's what chronic stress does. It keeps your alarm system stuck in the on position. Stress itself isn't the issue. The lack of recovery causes the damage. Your body is designed for short bursts of stress followed by relaxation. Without recovery periods, stress shifts from helpful to harmful. This is why stress management is crucial. Without proper recovery, stress builds up and leads to physical and mental health problems. The key to managing stress is balancing it with recovery time, helping you harness stress for growth instead of letting it break you down. If stress itself isn't the enemy, then why do so many people suffer from it? Because they make critical mistakes in how they deal with it. The first mistake is avoiding stress completely. Some believe the key to a healthy life is eliminating all stress, but avoiding challenges leads to stagnation. A certain level of stress is necessary for growth, learning, and achievement. The goal isn't to get rid of stress, it's to use it effectively. Avoiding stress entirely means missing out on opportunities for growth. The second mistake is suppressing emotions. Bottling up stress doesn't make it go away. It builds up inside, leading to anxiety, burnout, or physical illness. Suppressing emotions increases your risk of cardiovascular diseases, anxiety, and depression. When you ignore stress and don't address the underlying issues, it manifests in harmful ways. The key is to acknowledge stress and find healthy ways to process it, like talking to a trusted friend or practicing mindfulness. The third mistake is using unhealthy coping coping mechanisms. Many turn to alcohol, junk food, or endless social media scrolling to escape stress. These quick fixes provide temporary relief, but they don't solve the root cause of stress. In the long run, they worsen the situation by creating unhealthy habits. Instead, focus on sustainable strategies like exercise, mindfulness, and practicing gratitude. These help process stress in a healthy way, preventing it from affecting your well-being. Now that you know stress isn't the enemy, how do you make it work for you? One powerful technique is to reframe the situation. When you feel stress rising, remind yourself that your body is preparing you for the challenge ahead. Instead of thinking, "This is overwhelming," tell yourself, "This is my body getting ready to perform." This shift helps you see stress as an ally, not a threat. Another effective strategy is controlled breathing. Deep breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, counteracting the stress response. Try the 4-4-4 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This practice helps calm your mind and body. Physical movement is also essential. Exercise helps burn stress hormones and boosts mood-boosting endorphins. Even a short walk can make a huge difference. A study found that just 20 minutes in nature lowers cortisol levels and improves mental clarity. You don't need to run a marathon. Simply moving outdoors can profoundly impact stress management. Finally, prioritize recovery. Just like muscles grow after exercise, your body and mind need time to recover from stress. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, practicing relaxation, and taking breaks. Research shows that daily relaxation activities like meditation or deep breathing lower inflammation and improve heart health. This recovery helps your body prepare for future challenges. Your mindset plays a huge role in how stress affects you. Studies have shown that simply believing stress is harmful increases the risk of stress-related health issues. On the other hand, people who see stress as a challenge rather than a threat experience fewer negative effects. This means that a shift in perspective alone can change how your body responds to stress. The placebo effect proves how powerful belief can be. People who take sugar pills but believe they are getting real medication often experience real improvements in health. The same applies to stress. If you see it as something that makes you stronger rather than something that destroys you, your body will react differently. You can train yourself to embrace stress rather than fear it. Research has also shown that people with a stress-is-enhancing mindset have lower cortisol responses and recover more quickly from stressful situations. This doesn't mean ignoring stress or pretending it doesn't exist. It means recognizing that stress has a purpose and using it in a way that benefits you. A real-life example of this is elite athletes. They don't avoid stress, they harness it. They train their minds to see stress as fuel rather than a threat, allowing them to perform under pressure. You can apply the same principle to your own life by shifting your perception of stress. So what's the real secret to handling stress? It's not about eliminating it. It's about learning how to use it to your advantage. When you embrace stress as a natural part of life, reframe it as a challenge, and implement strategies to manage it effectively, you take back control. The way you think about stress could be the difference between a life filled with anxiety and burnout or a life of resilience, energy, and strength. Stress isn't the enemy. The real danger is not knowing how to handle it. Now that you know the truth, you have a choice. Keep fighting stress or start using it to your advantage.